You got to fight for your dinner.
Alright, welcome back everybody to the next chapter of Guacamelee. I'm glad you're joining us. If you remember last time, we just defeated the demonic Ixtabe. Which and what? And we seem to be experimenting with some downloadable content today.
I'm glad you could join us today, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a good episode.
It's going to be a long episode. Or rather, a short episode. So, there are an absolute ton of downloadable outfits that you can get for Guacamelee. And sure enough, we navigated right to the dumbest one out there.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
No? Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's true. I'm sure a lot of them are pretty terrible.
Yeah.
I don't think they're all just the standard outfit, right? Like none of them give you any special abilities.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't give you any special abilities.
That's probably for the best. Or somebody would make some game-breaking one and top the speedrun charts.
Oh, yeah, that would just be a disaster.
Oh, goodness.
What we would do in that case.
My record would go from 23rd to 24th in the world, and we can't have that.
No.
Or probably like 50th or something.
Or something.
Yes, I'll never win against the Madmen. So, do you remember what our goal was after defeating Ixtabe?
Well, Flameface and Carlos were going to sacrifice my one true love, whose name I can't quite recall, but
Have
we
you
totally
ever talked to
affect.
her? It's not clear if that's... I
She
think...
looked like she hadn't seen me since we were kids. So
Yeah. I guess she moved away to university. Incidentally,
something like that.
I'm glad that the chicken form is just as dumb as the... Anyway.
I'm glad. I was kind of a big fan of the chicken.
I like it. So yeah, apparently, not a whole lot has gone on in either of our lives, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I guess was with somebody and that didn't work out, but whatever. They're not big on backstory in this game.
No, that's for sure. I'm just running in old areas right now, picking up goodies that I missed because I didn't have superpowers.
Sure. The good thing, or one of the good things I'll say about the game, is it does make it fairly obvious where the stuff that you're missing is. It's a little trickier with the chicken holes because all they look like is just, tiny little whatever indents in the map. But for any of the areas that you can get through with your super moves, those are pretty much obvious. There are a few very late game things that you can pick up that are not obvious at all, that you just sort of have to figure out exactly what to do. One example of that is, remember that lever you saw a little earlier and you tripped? That one is...
yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, you have to figure out what to do with it, little puzzles and stuff. Oh, yeah.
I think I can get through there.
Yeah.
And I can slot my little head up there, but I can't quite get in.
I guess I'll spoil the fact that that actually has something to do with the lever. So.
What?
I know.
Imagine. Alright, very well.
Unbelievable. So Ixtabe, I think, was a good example of how everybody in Kalaka's crew kind of has a different reason for joining up with him. That's one of the things that I liked. Hers was, I guess, unrequited, if you can call that love, then sure.
Sure.
Unrequited
some sort of
acquisitional
spooky ghost crush.
Yeah, right. Which I guess she just, I don't know, it's hard to say. She fell in love with the churro that he used to be, the cowboy. And then he turned into a megalomaniac skeleton chicken man. So.
Forgot about this.
Oh yeah. You can any spike is dodgeable through. So.
That's nice. Can I talk to you as a chicken?
Yep.
Yeah, but nothing happens. Or a digital duck or whatever I am.
Incidentally, you may remember that there is a chicken outfit that you can buy.
I do remember that.
And there is an achievement for talking to this guy every time you can find him in the chicken suit, and he does get a little different dialogue that way.
That's nice.
What I really like is that the achievement's name is in all caps, unlike other achievements, in all caps, "Hello, fellow chicken." He's not falling for your nonsense.
Hey, buddy.
So you can see that they're pretty good about requiring instant use of all of your new abilities.
Yeah. Well, that one was basically just a key.
Yeah. So the old
Is there anything down in this pit, or is this just a death pit?
Oh, it's a
One way
death
to
pit.
find out? Yeah.
The good thing is death pits don't actually take away any health. So
Right.
you know, feel free to just fling yourself
Just like
wherever.
real death pits.
Exactly. Try this at home, kids. Do not try this at home, kids. The Tule tree
Another court visit.
is in, for my money, the first actual sort of difficult platforming section of the game.
Ah, yes.
You are going to have to get very good at the old jump and switch. In fact, you know, in terms of thrilling LP news, this level actually made me change the way I configured my hands on the keyboard.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's just thrilling.
I mean,
I cannot
before
tell
it
you
was
how excited I am to hear
it
that.
was like this, and then afterwards it was a little bit more even. The thumb was up
One
that
point,
way.
you were thumbing it all
Mhm.
this one place.
I think there were also a couple areas in here where I sort of broke my rule where I generally tried to kill all the enemies in an area before I progressed, and at this point I just, you know, forget that. There's some big open areas where all of these bony men are hucking their bones at you, and the chupacabras are, you know, running around or flying around doing their thing, and you forget this, I'm out of here. Incidentally, enemies are always killed by falling off of death pits, even though it just teleports you right back to the edge with no health damage, so that can be
magic
used
luchador masks.
to... That's exactly true. Or whatever this strong bad mask, whatever this is.
It's magic.
Right, sure. I will
Maybe
say you seem to be
mad,
taking
which is
to this with a fair amount of aplomb.
I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
That's right. Although I will be jumping in all the death pits just to try to see if there are secrets.
Oh, sure.
in them.
Yeah, I think that's probably why they made them not take away health, because they anticipated that that would happen.
Let's see.
Yeah, death pit jumping. So just another little, for whatever reason, this area impressed me more than others, I guess, with the depth of background detail. I really dug it.
Sure.
Yeah. A lot of little woodly carvings or whatever. The other thing to note is that it's sometimes in the death world you can see what's going on in the tree a lot more because it's bare branches.
Right.
Yeah. As you saw. Yeah. So we are apparently after. I don't know if. Let me look this up real quick. I don't know if a big tree has any place in. Well, I'll be darned. I was gonna say I didn't know if a big tree had any place in Mexican mythology, but it's apparently a fairly well-known concept. There is a Tule tree, or el árbol de Tule. It's a big old tree in the church grounds in Oaxaca, in Santa Maria del Tule. The second stoutest trunk of any tree in the world. So there you go.
Okay.
I guess
Second
it's
stoutest?
it's occasionally nicknamed the Tree of Life from the images.
Measure stoutness of trees. I'm sorry.
Oh yes. Well,
This is relevant.
I guess first you would have to get a dotometer to measure the dotiness of the tree.
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
No, we can keep going.
I'm hoping we will.
Let's see. I wonder what the stoutest tree is actually. Oh, there's no citation by this. This is terrible.
Oh, citation needed.
Wait, it was placed on a UNESCO tentative list of World Heritage Sites. No.
Not
that's
anything but that.
Deus Ex joke, I guess. That's UNATCO, but it sounds the same.
I got it.
I see. United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. Oh gosh, the subsection on tentative lists is where you can find this. This is some hard-hitting journalistic.
Wow. Tentative list subsection.
There are three sections: are criteria, tentative lists, and new inscriptions.
I suppose a criteria would be that you can't be too sure.
Right.
That would just ruin your position as a tentative listener.
Oh, this is totally inappropriate. So one thing I will say about the Tule tree and other areas is that they do a pretty good job not having super repetitive puzzles.
Sure.
With anything, really. Now, part of that's because they try to get the absolute most out of whatever new abilities you've got a hold of, you know, so,
Sure.
you know, now that you have Dimension Swap, and to a lesser extent, the chicken power, you know, they make use of that. But yeah, no, it's
nothing less about my chicken power.
I see. Yeah, I don't want to put down on that.
That's right, you don't.
I'll never hear the end of it.
That's right.
It was so large, this Tule tree, that it was originally thought to be multiple trees. But DNA tests have proven that it is only one tree.
Well, I don't know how much that counts. Aren't there, like, pine colony? Aren't there colonies of trees that are just root
all
colonies, and they're all genetically, technically the same tree?
That's true. Actually, what was really interesting to me about that was I learned that
no good.
a lot of that was because it was... you know, pine trees are just really early adopters, and after the last ice age, they're sort of the first things to come back and colonize.
Sure.
So we have, you know, I mean, eventually, given no ice age, you'll get a whole bunch of pine trees in here. So you're starting to see what I mean by the first really difficult platforming section. This part in particular is like, you know, you have to jump, get the uppercut just right.
Yeah.
Switch back. It gets worse from here. Fortunately...
There's one thing I like, it's things that get worse.
Yeah, and if there's two things you like, it's a scale of dotiness.
There's not, but if there were,
right.
that's
yeah,
what it would be.
Theoretically. Oh, here we go. Legend holds that it was planted about 1,400 years ago by Pechocha, a priest of Ecatl, the Aztec wind god, in broad agreement with the scientific estimate, says Wikipedia.
I know what they meant, but boy, was that a great way to phrase that.
Yes, it was. More or less, you know. Scientists go, yeah, it's probably a wind god. I mean, we won't know without further testing, but...
That's right.
Some kind of wind deity.
Well, it's hard to keep track of these sorts of things. Oh, that's a down only thing.
Yeah. But you're about to encounter a new enemy type, as I recall.
See, this is a test of how recently have you changed your game settings, and do you know your controls?
Yes, exactly. There are more devious versions of these things, and these bomb guys, and they, on the higher settings, one or two of them explode. On hard, like one or two of these exploding wipes you out. So it's not so fun. I think you can actually avoid damage if you are grappling while they explode.
Okay.
Which is nice to know for later. When they get really mean later in the game, there are some times when you'll have enemies set against you, and there's just infinite of these bombs spawn.
Oh, until you kill the other enemies.
So you can only actually. I say that this may be happening in this arena. No, I think they maybe run out here after a while.
It doesn't matter.
I do not like those yellow guys.
No, I don't either.
Anyway, so yeah, supposedly you can see animals in the gnarled trunk of the Tule tree. There you go.
That's interesting.
So that's what we're climbing now. It is actually a Montezuma cypress. That's what it is.
Okay.
So there you go.
Montezuma was a clever guy. I'm trying to get to this secret, so.
Oh yeah.
We're going to be here a while.
Stay tuned. I think this is actually just regular progression instead of being a true secret.
Oh?
Yeah.
I can't get to this entirely enclosed little thing? No, I need to drop down from the side there.
Oh, I see. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Trying to fool me.
I didn't do it intentionally. I just did it for foolishness. Yeah, I see. But those slats up above, I really do think you need to
I know about those.
navigate
I was
them.
more worried about this thing.
Oh, I see. Yeah. This is another. Boy, they really love the drop down and use the rooster uppercut. That's a absolute staple of the game.
Well, when all you've got is a rooster uppercut, everything looks like a platforming puzzle.
That's a wise word, is what that is. Yeah. Who was Ehikatl? Let's just take a quick look at that.
Thought he was the wind god, didn't
Yes.
we? Been over this? The
haven't
one
we?
broad league with the scientific community.
Oh yes, I see. He's an aspect of the feathered serpent deity Quetzalcoatl, and
Of course he is.
of course he is. He was one of the creator gods and culture heroes in the mythical creation accounts. Whatever. Since wind blows in all directions, he was
I'm
associated.
assuming
with
I can't make this jump yet.
No, but you will be able to.
If only there was some sort of secret move.
If only you would just jump up the other. Yeah, right. Easy, easy.
Oh,
There's the goat. To be fair, you really are wrecking all of his stuff. To be more fair, it's stupid that he has those things. I like that he styles himself as your trainer, but it's pretty obvious that whatever you're absorbing from those things just gives it to you instantly.
That's right.
He's like, oh, it's
There's
time to
this
begin your
big
training.
glowing ball that comes out of it.
Pauses, and then you can just do whatever.
Right. Keep seeing little sparkles up there, but I guess those are the next area,
Yeah,
which I can't access yet.
that's right. Also, I do like, as you saw just back there, that like even as soon as they give you the double jump, you have to double jump and rooster uppercut to get out of the place.
Just imagine the creativity.
Mm-hmm. They do put things together in a variety of shapes and sizes.
You know, that's such a pointless comment. It might as well be absolutely meaningless.
Well,
They put things together in a variety of shapes and sizes.
I
Wow.
just accepted a marketing job for a company with no actual products. So we
Double
provided
jump
the.
through here now.
Mm-hmm. So this is
Makes things easier for sure.
I think that it's true that you can't really call this a Metroidvania in particular because of the linearity, but it's certainly Metroidvania-esque. You know, you certainly get a much, I don't know, broader ability to move about.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's more of just an upgrade game, I guess, and to a certain extent, you can go back and find secrets and stuff. But you know, really, there's not like whole new areas you get to, and you don't get the whole new. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
it's more you can just get to a very few new places. That heart container is real tricky to get.
Yeah, I went the wrong way by accident.
Yeah, you'll get back there, but you have to jump and then dodge as soon as you jump. You know, do one of those.
Imagine.
I can't. I'm unable to picture it until you show us through the miracle of internet and broadcasting.
Oh, excuse me there, giant.
So I didn't know that you could deflect the Chupacabra's bolts in different ways until I saw that just then, so that was nice to see.
We're just breaking new ground here, folks. Left, right, and center.
Detecting sort of a strong current of ennui in tonight's
Oh, really?
You're just... Oh, yeah.
No, it's just one of those days. I guess.
People, no, look. Sometimes you just don't want to. Sometimes you don't want to uppercut a giant skeleton man right in his beating red heart.
Sometimes you do, though. And
Yeah.
Those are good days.
Those are good days.
Getting pretty tired of these bomb faces.
They ease up on them after 2 or 3, which is nice because they can get pretty annoying. There's a couple challenge areas later on where they just give you like 10 of them at a time or something like that.
Sure.
Which is hilarious. Anyway,
Thing I've heard today, and I've heard your commentary.
Let me tell you a joke
No.
about all those things they do.
Oh. Tune in next time when you see me perish ignoble. Looks like you can't actually turn around even with the double jump.
Oh, you should be. You should just be able to, but...
Oh, really? Maybe I was doing it wrong.
This one is super tricky for sure.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Jump,
Well,
dodge,
we're not leaving
hit.
until I get here, folks.
Oh, well, I guess you could do that. I do the jump, dodge, hit the other wall, double jump, yeah.
Yeah, I keep dodging into the thing there.
Just so you know, I'm definitely not editing out any element
I
of
know.
this
That's fine.
at all. This is going to be in here.
I'll get my payback come Baldur's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like the 8th time you've killed Imoen?
Yes.
Just refusing to walk her out of the zone of some stupid
Look,
goblin.
I think she secretly needs to be an upfront fighter. That's what I think. So did you know that the idea of a tree of life is prevalent in many religions?
Uh-huh.
Let's begin, shall we, with the Ayavaji.
Can we not begin?
Unfortunately,
Just refuse to begin. Pretend that we did. That
in
we weren't having read Wikipedia out loud, the commentary.
in Aklathatu Amanani, the source of the Ayavaji myth. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm stymied.
Mm-hmm.
But
Stymied?
yeah, I'm thwarted, much like you trying to get that secret upgrade container up there.
Well, we're not gonna leave till I die
No,
1,000
no,
times.
I'm under no.
Or my computer runs out of recording space,
Right.
which is almost certain to happen sooner. At this
2
rate.
hours later. Let's see. There appear to be no fewer than 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 animes in which they depict a tree of life.
Are you on TV tropes?
No, this is still Wikipedia. You wouldn't think they would. But,
Did TV tropes buy Wikipedia?
I think they did. There's a whole section on video games. In the Atari 2600 game Sword Quest Fire World, the map of the game world is patterned after the Kabbalah Tree of Life.
Great, thank you.
I've never played Dragon's Quest 9, but it says that you need to go to Yggdrasil and harvest figs, which are spelled F-Y-G-G-S. Those are the most Norse figs possible. Well, anyway.
Yep. Meanwhile, I got a heart container.
Yay!
Or heart piece, whatever.
I definitely am going to edit in some victory music when that happens.
Really?
Yeah.
Do that for me? I bet you wouldn't.
I do it for the viewers.
Please, if you care one whit about the viewers. You're literally reading Wikipedia out loud.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Oh, this is a terrible share. It's coming undone. Oh. Sorry, everybody. I'm not sorry.
You're not.
Look, if you want to watch a video about 2 people playing Guacamelee, you deserve what you get, I say.
That's true.
I guess this section, or this LP is titled, like, non-secret loathing for the customer. Which is incidentally another part of my job as advertising agent for a company and their products. Yeah.
Aw. I uppercutted that chupacabra, but he landed on a small platform.
Yeah. I hate when that happens.
I can affect. It's weird that you can afford to do suicide jumps, but the enemies cannot.
Yeah.
That is almost always the opposite.
Well, they don't have magic luchador masks, as you so astutely pointed
You're
out.
right.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
They totally don't.
That's incredible.
They do have magic skeleton hats, but That's neither here nor there. This is the
Let's
section,
go.
incidentally, which I just motor through.
Well, we're not doing that.
No, I know.
Let's
I
go.
hoped. I dreamed. This is just frustration. The update. You know, the reason I wanted to have I like the suicide pile drivers down into the abyss.
I'd do them all that way if I was good enough at this game.
That would be pretty great. You're just tearing down there at red hot speed. My mask will teleport me back.
So petty.
That was someone's grandfather, now reduced to a spooky skeleton.
Is he a grandpa?
I don't know. Maybe he's a grandpa skeleton. I
really
actually
hard to
don't know.
say.
I don't know if they're supposed to be dead people like the other skeleton people in the Land of the Dead are. They certainly were dead people, but
We're not in the
these-
Land of the Dead now, but then again, I guess Carlos has been ruining
Carlos
that whole
is
distinction.
fraying the whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because his whole secret plan is to destroy the barrier, but boy, he sure is transporting a boatload of skeletons across.
Starting to think his plan succeeded, and we're just sort of Johnny-come-lately here.
Yeah, maybe we'll put it all back. But he does seem to need to do some rituals. Maybe he's attempting to erase the distinctions altogether between the Land of the Living and that of the Dead.
Oh,
Which
goodbye.
who hasn't?
Yeah.
I went through a goth phase. No, I did not.
You didn't.
No, I didn't.
I know you didn't.
I had a phase where I had some black denim pants, but that's about as close as it comes.
I had those too, but I was working in a theater at the time and had to
Right.
be backstage, so...
And I'm sure at some point you did a play which featured overwrought melodramatic action. And
Yeah, we did Shakespeare all the time.
right, there you go. That's pretty goth. Oh, excuse me, I have to deal with the ghost of Shakespeare.
Again?
Just manifesting in my room and shaking his bony
On and
hands
off
at
on
me.
James Joyce again, like usual.
This is my favorite, by the way.
Uh-huh.
I love this one. Nope.
That's fine. I was gonna say, pretty remarkable that we get two superpowers in the same
Yeah.
episode, but I
Nope.
guess we didn't.
Goat Man is there. I even like how you're like
Do
the
the
two of you
stupid
just
thing,
look
yeah.
so mad. Stupid goat. I mean, you do get a the opened passage to the next area, so that if that's not worth it, this is a fun little set piece that they have.
Man, his sternum must just be jammed at this point.
It's just a solid scar tissue.
It's huge. Wow.
Right.
I
As
don't
they
have
get
blue bras yet.
as they get towards the end of the game, they start to do more of these big set pieces where you're you're accomplishing a lot of things or something like that.
Sure. Go left first. Aha, I made the correct decision.
Look at you. Yeah, up,
Left is lucky.
up would not be correct yet. So back to the Desierto Caliente,
Here we are.
the
So that's a
hot
shortcut.
desert. Yeah.
So
Open
I
that
could
block, son.
technically, the second I got the double jump, have just left and come this way.
Right.
Oh no, I couldn't.
But I
That
think
didn't
you
have it.
still. I mean, you can get down there, but.
Stupid red block.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also,
Fooled
there's.
me again.
Yeah. There's not really much this way. I mean, you know,
Is it
you.
Rain of blood?
Is it what?
Is it a rain of blood?
Yeah, sure. I think it's the Death World, so you know.
It's pink.
Well, sometimes blood is pink. Maybe there are a lot of black lights in the world of the dead.
No, see, there's iron in hemoglobin,
Mm-hmm.
and iron, when it rusts, is red. That's why when we say iron rusts, it
Pink
oxidizes. Right?
blood
And that's
flying
why
from
it's
the
red.
sky.
That's why blood is red. and
Blood
you
is
can't have pink
pink.
blood.
My blood isn't red.
No, it's blue. You're so proud of your
I'm
heritage.
so fancy and rich. We pipe it in at tremendous expense. Just
I like the skull windows there.
This place, so I take it back. This place is very well decorated too, and no doubt you noticed the water-lava combo there in the different worlds.
Is it lava?
Well, step in it
kind of
and
yellow.
find out in a little bit.
Well, this is lava, but is
That's-
this lava?
I
How
see.
can we tell?
Well, I guess you'd have to see the source of it, possibly do a few tests.
That's right. How do you define lava? I
Well,
mean, it is on the surface, so I guess it wouldn't be magma.
it wouldn't be magma, right?
Get
I
in
mean-
there, buddy.
So, man, maybe I was wrong about this. This says lava is just molten rock expelled by a volcano during an eruption, and the resulting rock after solidification and cooling. Yeah.
Still considered lava after it cools, huh?
I
Not
guess.
just obsidian or whatever
Yeah.
stone it becomes.
Interesting. Man, they the terms for various lava things are named after the volcanoes where they came from, and so this lava term is apostrophe capital A apostrophe A with a line over it.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, right? Is this the first time you've seen the multi-field?
First time I've seen the multi-shield, but I'm talking more about...
Oh, you're talking more about
swords
windmill
here.
guy there. Sorry, I looked away and looked back. Yeah. This guy has got...
Look at him go!
Right? He's got two moves to be careful of. Obviously, the windmill is a good one. But that's not so bad. It's when he does his forearm stab. That thing is brutal. It takes away tons of health. So, the forearms, the windmill can be thwarted with the stationary headbutt, the yellow move. And honestly, the biggest danger with this guy is that they'll team up on you and get you with that forearm stab. One of those in hard mode will just destroy you, totally kill you.
I assume you can dodge it. I was sort of
Yes.
rolling behind him, but I wasn't
Yeah, you can
technically
certainly dodge
dodging
it.
through it. Yeah.
It's more of a problem. You see how much it did, though, when it hit you.
No, I didn't, because I
okay.
got all my health back.
So, folks, wink, we see how much it did when it hit him. Though he seems unwilling or able to see it himself. Just you and me now, viewers.